How's it going to BC Nation? Welcome back to a brand new video, and I'll be talking about how heated will the 2020 election be. So we got Trump, we got Bernie, and we got another candidate that everyone knows, Joe Biden. Joe Biden is actually running, yes, but I think it's going to be Bernie versus Joe. Joe's going to lose to Bernie because we just had Joe Biden in the vice president seat. We don't want him in the president seat. How Obama ran his presidency, that's how Joe's going to be. It's going to be another Obama. He's just going to continue the Obama administration, Obamacare, and all that, blah, blah, blah. And so Bernie's definitely winning. 99% chance of Bernie versus President Trump for the 2020 election seat, or Trump gets reelected. For Trump's basically reelection, I think Trump's going to be reelected for one because all of his promises that he has done he's doing them right now, slowly but surely. He's doing them. Out of the 3 years he's been president, he's done them, and I think he's going to win re-election. But I'm not here to talk about will Trump win re-election. I'm here to talk about how heated the 2020 election will be next year. So 2020, it's coming up. We're only beginning in March. Don't worry, we're not there yet. Don't piss your panties yet. Don't be looking at your TV screens, crossing your fingers like I did for the 2020 election. No. For the 2016 election, do that in 2020, November 2020. Look at your TV screens, cross your damn fingers. Hopefully Bernie Sanders doesn't win. Because he's won, not because he's Democrat, because he's socialist Democrat. Yes, FDR was a socialist Democrat, but FDR actually was a good president. FDR actually did a lot of shit. He actually helped us win World War II. He actually used the New Deal and got us what we got now, and then Obama comes along years later and ruins that shit. But never mind that. We got us Trump versus Bernie, Trump versus Joe. No one sees Joe Biden winning this Democratic seat. I see Bernie Sanders winning it, not because like I said before, I'm Republican. It doesn't matter what side you're on. But we're all family here on NBC Nation. Doesn't matter. When I'm not a politic channel, I just heard all the candidates. I watched the video of everyone that's running in the 2020 election for the Democratic side, and I heard Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden's running. The two biggest two biggest threats, President Trump. The only two biggest threats. Everyone else I really didn't hear of. In case the guy that tried to beat Ted Cruz last year actually gets to it, then I've heard of him. I forgot his name, but I've heard of him. So I've heard of like three people that are running for the Democratic seat, or the Democratic presidential nomination, not seats. I don't know why seat. Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, and that other guy. I'm just going to keep it down to two. Right now, who I think would win the Democratic nomination, Bernie Sanders, because he did so well last year. People want him to run anyways for 2020. Joe Biden is just another Obama. We don't want no more Obama. We had 4 years of Obama. We don't want no more of Obama. 4 years of more than 4 years. 8 years of Obama? No. No more. No more of Obama. 8 years of Obama is enough. I almost said 4. I don't know why. 8 years of Obama is enough, people. 2 terms, which is 4 years per term. 8 years. So 8 years of Obama? Bernie, okay, he appeals to two groups, the African Americans and the college kids. Basically, the minorities, those people, us, the minorities. Free college, and everyone likes weed. Like, if you smoked weed, you like it, that's why. And the weed smokers, basically, because I really haven't smoked weed, so I can't say nothing. But those two demographics, that's what he proves of the most. And that's what is going to get his vote in 2020. So that's probably where he's going to win the election. But how heated it's going to be a bunch of facts. If this is Trump, this is Hillary, they clashed really well as opponents. I was crossing my fingers, and no presidential election really made me cross my fingers. And like this one, because I really wanted Donald Trump to win. I've been a Donald Trump fan forever. I really wanted him to win, and he did. We have President Trump, the 45th president of the United States. 46th. If Mike Pence goes and doesn't run as Trump's vice president and decides to run against him this year. And now let's go to the Republican side. Definitely, they always pick their president. Only times they haven't really is when their candidate switches parties. But most of the time, parties change their own pick their own whoever their incumbent president is, or whoever the current president is, which is their party of their party. So definitely, who the nominee for president in 2020 for the Republican side, Trump. President Trump is going to be 100% nominee. That's why no Republicans have announced they're running. That would be weird because they usually pick their incumbent president. In case Mike Pence decides to run against him in 2020, I don't know why he would, but Mike Pence is a weird dude, and he would anyways. But they won't clash because they're in the same party. Only way he can run, Mike Pence goes Republican. Democrat, but Mike Pence has been Republican forever, so I don't think he's going to go. But how's it going to be? Bernie, Joe's not winning this. Joe is not as strong fighter as Bernie. Bernie stayed in it to the end. I can give him that. I'm a Republican. I'm GOP all the way. I'm Republican on the Republican side. That's my political party. If you want to know, I can vote next year, so I have a right to say who my political party is in this case. But yeah, definitely Republican. But I can say one good thing about Bernie Sanders. He's a fighter. He fought Hillary Clinton to the end. He did not want to concede the race, but she won. He didn't even concede. She just won the nominee, and then she lost the election for. No one wants another Obama. Freaking everyone thinks, and it's usually every president from this point, from like almost every president since like after JFK, before JFK actually, has been reelected except I think Taft. That's pretty much like a bunch of presidents have not been elected before Taft, but like since Taft, I think every president has been reelected since Wilson. I think, yeah, because every president has been reelected that ran for reelection except JFK. The last president that stopped it, but after JFK, I think Johnson wasn't elected or Ford, but rest of them, almost the rest after Jimmy Carter, since Jimmy Carter, yeah, re-elections. Ronald Reagan. No. George H.W. Bush wasn't re-elected, but George Bush was. Bill Clinton was, but then he was impeached. But George Bush was reelected. Obama was reelected, and we haven't had a Republican president within almost 12 years. So he probably get reelected. And then in 2024, Trump's presidency is over. He ran for 8 terms, and then we get Democrat. It usually switches every 8 years, because almost every president has been reelected because we're not party fatigued. Reason Obama got reelected because we weren't party fatigued from the Democrats. If we were, we would have been party fatigued. But now we're party fatigued from the Democrats. That's why Trump won. One reason he won, because party fatigue. So if people are not party fatigued or tired or not tired of him by 2020, by next year, if we're not tired of him within 3 years, next year he's not going to. If we are tired with him, if we are tired of President Trump by next year, the people that are registered to vote, we're going to Democrats, and first time in a while, people have been party fatigued because everyone else has won their re-election forever except George W. Bush, because he went back on his word. He said he wanted to do tax cuts, then he did tax cuts. So that's why he didn't get reelected. And then after him, Bill Clinton, impeachment, party fatigue. So that's why the Republican nominee didn't win that year. Not Mitt Romney, John McCain. Mitt Romney didn't win because we weren't tired of Obama. And then now party fatigue. Now Trump comes in, Republicans win the presidency. And it's going to be heated because of a lot of facts. There's going to be a lot of facts. They're going to clash. They're going to clash really well together. Bernie, if it's Joe that wins the nomination, just another Obama. He's not going to get voted in. But Bernie has a fighting chance. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a fighting chance versus the people, basically. Trump's for all the people, Bernie's for the college and the weed smokers and the blacks, basically, and the socialist. That's what he's for. Trump's for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat. He's for everyone. He's for all. You can go back on my word. That's just my opinion. But they're going to clash real well. It's going to probably be like this and button heads. It's not going to be like Trump overtaking Bernie really fast or Bernie taking Trump. It's going to be a clash of the century like it was 2016. Democrats and Republicans both on their seats again. Everyone both on their seats, crossing their fingers like I did, and praying to the Republican lords, praying to Abe Lincoln himself, the first Republican president, to make sure President Trump happens, like sitting there praying to God himself. That's what people probably did. But they're going to have a lot of facts and they're going to clash really well. That's how heated the president election next year is going to be if Bernie Sanders wins the Democratic nomination. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. And share this video if you did enjoy. Like the video. Press the right share and subscribe button and press the bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.